Language has the power to make us laugh, of course, but it can also be a powerful weapon of hate. The words we use and what we call people, especially those who look or sound different from us, can have a devastating effect. Tonight, Ross Lord has the story of a Nova Scotia artist and father who learned that from his son and is now spreading the message.
As the father of a child with Down syndrome, Rob Scott fears the joys of Turner's childhood will soon be dampened.
I'm really scared of that day when he comes home and says, why did they call me this, or why are they calling me this? Because I don't have an answer for it.
So he's using his ability as a professional artist to ward off one name that's especially hurtful.
Retard. It's a word you would have heard me use a lot to describe my thoughts on a rotten situation. Like that attack on Iraq, that lacked any facts. So I sat back and said, now that is a retarded altercation.
His perspective has changed.
I listen to other people with Down syndrome, and almost to a person, they seem to be offended by it. The suggestion that he's broken or less than.
The term is much less popular than it used to be.
I use the mentally handicapped.
But it still creeps into conversations.
If you're like, oh, that's retarded, you know.
And of course it makes the rounds on the internet in jokes with no malicious intent, at least not towards the mentally handicapped. Rob Scott insists he's not lecturing people to be politically correct.
I'm not saying you need to stop using this word and you're not a good person if you don't, because I don't believe that's true, because it's about having empathy. Because I couldn't empathize with that before he was born.
At age 3, Turner is a bit undersized and struggles to speak, but he's getting along well at daycare and enjoys the same simple pleasures as any child. Maybe he can reach his full potential without feeling unworthy.
And then he goes and he shows the world what we see. A heart so big you'd hardly believe me. And though I know it won't be that easy, he'll break these labels so he's able to breathe freely.
Ross Lord, Global News, Greenfield, Nova Scotia.